Unfortunately, there is a lot of misinformation that is spread from certain insurance marketing organizations and, well, unfortunately, throughout the final expense and Medicare industry. Licensed insurance agents are being told that they are independent when they are indeed captive hostages, agents. In this video, I'll go over the real difference between being an independent insurance agent and being a captive insurance agent, and why your endgame target for how you write your business and behave in this business should absolutely be as a true independent agent. So please give this video a big old thumbs up and subscribe with the notifications turned on, as we're putting out new content all the time. And with that being said, let's roll that intro. I'm Doug Massi, and before we get into the differences of being a captive agent versus being a true independent agent, first I need to destroy a lie. There are companies and agencies that market life insurance and Medicare products that will absolutely try to recruit you, and everybody really, and then tell you that you're independent. If you have any doubt about your situation, I suggest asking your upline manager if they will just send you a copy of their release agreement so you can make sure that it is legitimate. The release agreement should be exactly like this one here. Beware, there should be no legal talk in here about lawsuits whatsoever. If you see anything stating that someone could, be sued or would be responsible to pay attorney fees, this is not a general legitimate release agreement, and you are, well, in my opinion, working with an illegitimate and shady as heck insurance marketing organization. With that being said, if you would like a copy of the warning page that I leave with every policy I sell, along with the policy summary, which is where you want to write down the monthly payment and the draft date for your new client, and then of course you want to leave this with your business card and like the carrier brochures and some sales materials, just stick around until the end of this video and I'll show you how to get both of these bad boys for yourself. I was originally recruited into the insurance business as a captive Hartford life mortgage protection agent. Now that for me was definitely the best start, because they had an office that I was required to go to for training, along with weekly meeting requirements, and even days that I was required to come in, get on the phone, and set up appointments. We were also required to buy leads each week because, as most of you guys know, that is like the only way to guarantee sales on a consistent basis. To me, the number one reason, and really only reason, well, almost, to work as a captive agent is if the scenario I just described is offered to you. The face-to-face training I received working for the Hartford, along with the work ethic that was pushed on me, is probably why I'm as successful today as I am being an independent agent. Unfortunately, most captive agents don't even get full vesting for like 2 to 3 years. Lincoln Heritage comes to mind. Picture this. You get into the business, you're selling final expense with a company for like a year or so, and now you want to go the independent route to make the big bucks. And you realize you're going to lose thousands of dollars in back-end money and renewals if you go that independent route and leave that company. Besides getting the training, to me, it could make sense working as a captive if the company has, well, like their own direct mail leads program. The problem that I see with a lot of these captive shops is that they do the same nonsense that the MLM companies do, and they resell the same lead over and over and over. The last thing I want is someone controlling my leads in that way. That's just messed up. So again, if you ask me, your end game goal should absolutely be to go independent, especially if you're selling, to the senior market, Medicare Advantage, final expense insurance, stuff like that. Beware, there is one major company, they're all over the place, that's out there. They recruit unlicensed agents, and in the end, they end up taking most of their Medicare renewals right from day one, whether the agents are vested or not. And the agents usually don't know better because, like I said, they're recruited as unlicensed agents, and by the time they realize that they're not getting many renewals on their MAPD sales, it's too late. They're like a total hostage. And the reason we get into this business, the reason we want to do Medicare Advantage is because it has huge lifetime renewals. Talk about getting the shaft. If you're not making $270 per year in renewals from every single one of your Medicare Advantage clients, here, at least the new sales that you make here in 2021, you're getting the shyster. I mean, like, unless they're, setting appointments for you and buying your leads, a lot of these telephone companies will do stuff like that. Now, that's completely different. That's a job. Here's the thing. There are companies like ours that have really intensive Medicare training and pay full commissions and full renewals. The really good shops will even give you free leads every time you make a Medicare Advantage sale. Oh wait, that's just us, never mind. Now, it's not all roses and sunshine working as an independent agent. Most independent agents struggle with generating leads, and a lot of independents that have, never gotten really intensive face-to-face training just aren't that good. It takes money to get into the insurance business, and when you're learning how to sell and you're paying for everything, it can feel pretty daunting at times. But the financial reward as an independent agent definitely outweighs the risks and the struggles that we all have to go through in the beginning. Here's something else to think about. Do you want to end up depending on somebody else so that you can be successful and hopefully retire comfortably? Or do you want to work for yourself, run your own business, take vacations when you want to, and basically not have to do what someone else wants you to do because that's what's in their best interest, not yours? The senior market is a recession-proof industry, and your insurance licenses, like I always say all the time, it's like having your own money printing machine if you use your license correctly. For a copy of both the warning page and the policy summary I mentioned earlier in the video, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. For more information on learning how to be completely independent in the final expense or Medicare industries, you can just shoot me an email at that same address. Remember, guys, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now, get on out there and do something good for someone today. Happy hunting.